The camera turns on in the middle of a crowded shopping mall. A white police officer stands inches away from a young black man, blocking the exit with her body.
I watched him slip it into that bag. You can't tell me that's paid for.
Ma'am, hold on. Sir, keep your hands where I can see them. They're right here. I bought it at the counter 2 minutes ago. Here's the receipt. Let me see it. Barcode and everything. Got it. Matches the box. I can't be right. Ma'am, that's enough.
Her hand hovers near her taser. Her voice is cold. Stop reaching. I said stop. A white woman points at him like he's already guilty. He stole it. I watched him do it. The man doesn't shout. He doesn't run. He doesn't beg. He just stands there, quiet, calm, humiliated, while strangers film him like he's entertainment. What the officer doesn't know, what the woman accusing him doesn't know, is that the man they're cornering over a cheap watch is someone the US government once trusted with lives, secrets, and war. And within minutes, this shaky phone video, recorded under buzzing mall lights, will expose racism, destroy reputations, and flip the power so hard that the very people doing the accusing will be the ones begging for mercy. Because this wasn't just a receipt check. It was a mistake they'll never escape. First, CD, before we go any further, take 1 second and hit subscribe if you want real stories that cut deep and stay with you. And drop a comment telling us where you're watching from, because this story is happening everywhere. Sir, I said stop arguing. Officer Megan Hollister steps closer, her boots squeaking on the polished tile. Her voice is sharp, clipped, trained to command. She doesn't shout. She doesn't need to. Her badge catches the light as she squares her shoulders and takes the space in front of the exit. The young man doesn't raise his voice. I'm not arguing, he says. I paid for it. The receipt is on my phone. Hands where I can see them, Hollister snaps. Her hand stays near her taser. The crowd murmurs. The woman behind her, Lynn Parker, mid-50s, stiff haircut, tight mouth, folds her arms like she's already won. I told you, Lynn says. He pocketed it. These kids think they're slick. These kids. The words hang in the air. His name is Darius Cole Rowan. 22 years old. 6'2". Long legs straight back. He wears a black hoodie, clean but worn at the cuffs. Designer sneakers he saved for months to buy. In his hand is a small paper bag from a watch store. Inside is a simple silver watch, nothing flashy. Darius didn't come to the mall to be seen. He came to kill time. He's home from college for winter break. Political science major. Early classes, late nights. He walks like someone used to watching his surroundings. Not scared. Just aware. His father taught him that. Don't give them a reason, stay calm, let them talk. Darius does exactly that. He stands still. Shoulders relaxed. Eyes steady, but inside his chest burns. Because this is not new. Officer Hollister turns her head slightly, not even looking at him fully now. Sir, you fit the description of someone reported for theft. What description? Darius asks. Hollister's eyes flick up and down him. Hoodie. Sneakers. Height. That description, she says. The crowd shifts. A man coughs. Someone whispers, damn. Lynn Parker steps forward again, her purse clutched tight. I shop here all the time, Lynn says. I know what I saw. He was acting nervous. Darius lets out a slow breath. I wasn't nervous, he says. I was on my phone. Hollister's tone hardens. You reaching for that phone again is not helping you. My receipt is. I didn't ask, Hollister cuts in. Right now you're being detained. Detained. The word lands heavy. She steps closer. Too close. Darius feels the heat of eyes on his back. Phones raised. A teenage girl filming whispers, this is crazy. Mall security stands 10 feet away, unsure, hands folded like they don't want this mess. No one steps in. Hollister turns slightly to Lynn. Ma'am, thank you for speaking up. Lynn nods, proud. Vindicated. I just believe in doing the right thing, she says. Hollister turns back to Darius. Why didn't you keep the receipt printed? Because it's 2026, Darius says quietly. They asked if digital was okay. Hollister's lips tighten. Smart mouth, she mutters. That's when something shifts in Darius's eyes. Not anger. Not fear. Resolve. He lowers his hands slowly, keeping them visible. Officer, he says evenly, may I please show you my receipt? Hollister hesitates. Every camera catches it. Slow, she says. Very slow. Darius unlocks his phone. The screen lights up. A receipt pops up, clear as day. Time stamped. Store name. Item number. Silver watch. Paid in full. He holds it out. Hollister barely glances. Lynn squints. Well, People fake those, Lynn says quickly. The lie is weak, desperate. But Hollister doesn't shut it down. Instead she says, we'll verify. She reaches for Darius's wrist. Turn around. The crowd gasps. As Hollister grips his arm, Darius's mind flashes. Not to fear but to memory. A different uniform. A darker place. A hot night overseas. Hands zip-tied behind his back, but not by cops. By men who didn't care if he lived. He remembers staying calm then too. Because panic gets you killed. He meets Hollister's eyes. Officer, he says softly, you don't want to do this. She scoffs. You threatening me? No, Darius says. I'm warning you. Mall security finally steps closer. Megan, one guard says unsure. We can check the store cameras. Hollister doesn't look back. I've got this. Her grip tightens. Lynn's face hardens then flickers. Something isn't going how she imagined. More people stop. The circle grows. A man in a gray coat pushes through the edge of the crowd. He's older. Broad shoulders. Calm eyes. He watches Hollister's hands then Darius's face. Recognition flashes across his expression. His mouth opens slightly. Then closes. He says nothing. Yet. Darius is turned halfway now. His hands still visible. His voice steady. Can I ask one question? He says. Hollister rolls her eyes. Make it quick. Darius looks around. At the cameras. At the people watching. At Lynn. Is there any proof, he asks, other than her word? Silence. Lynn's face reddens. I told you what I saw. Yes, ma'am, Darius says. But is there proof? Hollister opens her mouth. And stops. Because from behind the crowd, a new voice speaks. Full. Firm. Certain. Megan. She stiffens. She knows that voice. Everyone turns. The man in the gray coat steps forward now, pulling out a badge that does not shine, but commands. Let him go, he says. Hollister's face drains of color. Sir, this is an active. I said let him go. The mall feels suddenly very small. Darius closes his eyes for half a second, then opens them. Because he knows. The flip is coming. The mall goes quiet in a way that feels fake. Like everyone forgot how to breathe at the same time. Officer Megan Hollister freezes mid-motion. Her hand is still on Darius Rowan's arm, but now it's loose. Uncertain. The man in the gray coat steps fully into the circle of phones and stares straight at her. I said, he repeats, calm but deadly serious, let him go. Hollister swallows. Captain Reyes, she says. Her voice is suddenly smaller. I was just violating protocol? Reyes cuts in. Escalating without cause? Or ignoring clear evidence because it didn't match what you already decided? A ripple runs through the crowd. Captain Victor Reyes isn't mall security. He's not local patrol. He's internal affairs. And everyone wearing a badge within earshot knows what that means. Hollister removes her hand from Darius like she just touched fire. Lynn Parker laughs nervously. Oh come on, she says. This is being blown way out of proportion. No one laughs with her. Reyes turns his eyes to Lynn. They are not angry. They are worse than that. Tired. Ma'am, he says, did you see him steal anything? Yes, Lynn snaps. I already said. Did you see him conceal unpaid merchandise? Reyes presses. Or did you see a young black man with a hoodie leave a store? Lynn opens her mouth. Nothing comes out. Her face flushes deep red. I know what I saw, she mutters. Reyes nods once. Good, he says. Then you won't mind explaining it under oath. Her jaw drops. What? Reyes gestures toward the phones. Because this is all on camera. Darius finally turns around fully. His hands are still calm at his sides. Captain Reyes looks at him now. Really looks. Son, Reyes says, you okay? Darius nods. Yes, sir. That's when the crowd notices something strange. Reyes straightens. Not just posture, respect. The kind that comes from shared ground. Shared fire. You want to tell them, Reyes asks quietly, or should I? Darius exhales. I didn't plan to, he says. Lynn scoffs. Tell us what? That he's innocent? Congratulations. Darius looks at her. Not with hate. With sadness. No, ma'am, he says. Something else. He reaches into his pocket slowly. No one stops him now. He pulls out a slim black wallet. Opens it. Inside is not cash. It's a folded flag patch. Faded. Burned at the edge. And an ID. Captain Reyes takes it and holds it up so the cameras can see. This man, Reyes says clearly, is Staff Sergeant Darius Rowan, United States Army Reserve. Bronze Star recipient. 2 tours overseas. Medically discharged after saving 3 men under fire. The mall explodes. Gas. Whispers. A woman covers her mouth. Someone says, "Oh my God." Lynn staggers back a step. "That's not," she starts. Reyes cuts her off. "It's real," he says. "I signed part of his commendation myself." Hollister looks like she might be sick. Reyes hands the ID back to Darius with both hands. "You saved my cousin's life," Reyes says quietly. Outside Kandahar. Darius nods once. "He would have done the same," he says. Reyes turns back to Hollister. "You detained a decorated veteran based on nothing but a hunch," Reyes says. "Ignored proof. Used force posture. And you did it in public." Hollister tries to speak. No sound comes out. "Badge number?" Reyes asks. Hollister hesitates. Reyes raises an eyebrow. "Now," she answers. Phones zoom in. Lynn looks around like the floor might open and swallow her. "This is ridiculous," she says weakly. "I was just trying to help." Darius finally speaks directly to her. "Help who?" he asks. She has no answer. 2 more officers arrive. Not rushing. Controlled. Reyes gestures to Lynn. "Ma'am," he says, "you're being cited for filing a false report." Her eyes go wide. "What?" "He scared me." Darius doesn't move. "You scared yourself," Reyes says. Lynn's purse slips from her shoulder and hits the floor. The sound echoes. She looks at Darius like she's seeing him for the first time. Not as a threat. As a mirror. Hollister steps back, trembling. "Megan," Reyes says, softer now but sharper than ever, "turn in your weapon." Her hand shakes as she does. The mall is silent except for the buzz of lights and the quiet clicking of phones recording history. Darius feels the weight lift. Not joy. Relief. A young boy in the crowd tugs his mother's sleeve. "Mom," he whispers. "He's a hero." Darius hears it. His throat tightens. Reyes places a hand on Darius's shoulder. "You didn't raise your voice," he says. "That takes strength." Darius nods. "My dad taught me," he says. "Said anger costs too much." Reyes smiles sadly. He was right. Mall security finally speaks. We're sorry, sir." Darius shrugs gently. "I just wanted to watch." A small laugh breaks through the crowd. Nervous. Feeling. As Darius walks away, the cameras follow. Someone calls out, "Thank you for your service." He pauses. Turns back just once. "I served," he says, "so people could learn to see each other better." Then he leaves. Quiet as he came. But nothing in that mall will ever feel the same again. If this story hit you in the chest, subscribe right now for more stories that expose truth and flip power. And tell us in the comments, what would you have done if you were standing there that day?